So Trump has decided he's not going to fund SNAP benefits after this week. And the funds are already running out in places. And soon we're going to start seeing kids begging for food outside of restaurants. And yes, that's already starting to happen. I just experienced it. We are the richest country in the world, and we cannot provide food for our children. That is a failed state. I'm sorry, but if we can't meet that one basic need for every single kid in this country, we have failed. Meanwhile, Congress is taking another week off. They are getting paid their $174,000 a year to not work. They're just not coming in. At least the Republicans aren't. Democrats are showing up. But Mike Johnson refuses to call Congress back. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, where I'm at, has now deployed the National Guard to support food banks for as long as it takes, as long as the shutdown continues. Again, something else we should not be having to do in this country. Let me know if you agree. Comment what you think. Like, share, spread the word, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you back here for the 411.
Over 1 million pounds of food for Missouri, for their food pantries and people that really need it, is not going to be showing up for people and residents of Missouri. And they overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Did they just not think he was going to do things to them, that if they voted for him and cheered for him, that they'd leave them alone? No. Now they're all whining and crying because what are they to do? Not only that, the cutting off SNAP benefits for a lot of the country just coming up November, saying there's no funding for it. Well, Missouri, I hope that you guys pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get out there and ensure that, people that are starving, the women, the children, men, all of you can get yourself something to eat. Maybe President Donald Trump and some of your representatives there that do all of his beckon and call will come in and invite you to Thanksgiving. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. Bye.
For the first time in 43 years, food pantries are actually running empty on food, as it pushes closer to November. As of today, this is the 26th of October, 2025. Tomorrow is actually the last day for them to open the government back up so people can start getting their benefits. I can't even begin to describe how catastrophic this is. This is one of probably the worst times in history for a lot of people right now, especially American people who's trying to figure out how to feed their children and how to bring food into their household. As you all know, around maybe like the second week of every month, food already starts to run low. That's when you start to rob Peter to pay Paul. You fishing for scraps in the cabinet and stuff like that. So I could not imagine what some people are going through right now, panicking. And you already have people out here working full-time jobs that don't even get stamps, who works 12, 16 hours a day. And those very people are still struggling right now. So when you have family members trying to lean on other family members, it's going to still be hard because, everything is so high. And then with everything being so high right now, the price is skyrocketing, and then having the benefits just snatched from them, it's just kind of wild. Then you got people on here laughing about the situation. I don't really see nothing funny about it because, I was raised off those same benefits that they're taking from people. I was raised off those same benefits. And so I couldn't imagine what the moms, how the parents is feeling right now who actually depend on that. And, what about the people who actually can't work? The people disabled? What about them? What happens to them? I just feel like that it's a sad situation, man. Prayers to everybody out there who going through the struggle. I know crime rate finna go through the roof because these moms and dads ain't finna just sit back and just watch their kids starve. You know, if I was in that situation, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, man. You might as well just start building more jails, because that's what it's gonna result to anyway, man. Let me know what you guys think of this horrible situation. Again, this is the 26th. Tomorrow is the deadline. That man said he's not budging. He basically don't care. You know, he don't care about none of us, man. He's flying to other countries, meeting people, having the time of his life, building a new wing on to the White House and ballroom. He don't care, man. He's letting everybody know he don't care. So you guys let me know what you think. I'm out.
Millions of Americans are going to lose access to food in just a few days, not because there's no money, but because the Trump administration won't spend the money it already has. Because right now, with this government shutdown dragging on, you have the administration confirming it will not use existing contingency funds to keep food stamp benefits going. Even though that program, SNAP, it feeds more than 42 million Americans. That's 1 out of every 8 Americans, mostly kids, working families, older folks, veterans, and people with disabilities. You've got experts warning right now that this could trigger the worst hunger crisis since the Great Depression. While you have the Democrats asking the USDA to use the money that Congress set aside for this exact situation, the department said that, hey, their hands are tied, with them claiming that the funds are only for emergencies like hurricanes. But here's the thing. That's not what it said before. Earlier, USDA guidance literally said that those same funds should be used to keep SNAP running during a shutdown. But wouldn't you know it, that document has now mysteriously disappeared from their website. So yeah, understand, we are not out of money. We are just watching this Trump government choose who gets to go hungry. That is not a funding problem. That is a priorities problem. But also, that's just a bit of what's to come, so follow to stay in the loop.
So Saturday, November the 1st, just a little over a week away now, will be an important day for the United States of America, and potentially a disastrous day for the United States of America. That is the day that food stamps and food aid will end because of the government shutdown. It affects 42 million Americans that will start to go hungry from Saturday, November the 1st. Folks, let me know what you think about this in the comments.
So how many of y'all are aware that Trump cut $500 million in deliveries to food banks across the country? Food banks were expected to have 27 million pounds of chicken, 2 million gallons of milk, 10 million pounds of dried fruit, and 67 million eggs to arrive. They all went to waste.
Now, I had to go look this up to make sure it was true. Google said yes. The cuts were made from the CCC. It's a branch of the TEFAP, which is a fund used to support farmers and provide food assistance. And get this, the food was already ordered by food banks. Won't be showing up. These cuts were part of the larger trend to reduce federal food aid under the Trump administration, which also included cuts to other programs like SNAP. So let me get this straight. Food banks are about to have a shortage around the same time that SNAP benefits are about to be cut off completely. On top of that, this administration actually has a fund to help with SNAP benefits. Yes, they have a fund set aside to help SNAP benefits in the lieu of a shutdown, but they're not using it. This administration is actively starving American citizens on purpose. They have made sure that any help that could be provided to American people will not be there. Instead, they made sure they donated $40 million to Argentina so a crooked-ass politician could get in office. And cut out American farmers at the same time. Y'all keep saying Trump says America first. I ain't seen that shit yet, my boy. I've seen him stack his pockets, kill our lands, have AI push out every entry-level job that college students that have graduated will need for experience. Begin to cut funding for all Democratic programs, which are all programs that help the middle class and the lower class. And the list goes on. When is America gonna come first?
How we realize that the system was already created for corruption. From the start of this land, it was founded on a seed of sin, first of all. And what's going on with so many people economically, this has been going on for years. People for years have worked, and seemingly haven't seen any type of progression in their lives because of the way the system has been designed. It's wild to me that people really think that people have not been fighting to put themselves in a better position for all of these years. Now, you may have some people that just don't care, but 99.9% of people, if they were able to be in better positions, they would absolutely do what they need to do to be in a better position. I've been hearing so many stories of people who've been making minimum wage and having children and working really hard, and haven't seen any results, haven't been able to get on the food stamps and all of this. So I've heard so many stories. I just came out of the grocery store, and there was a group of older white women, and they were literally talking about the people in their age range and their community, of how they are suffering and how they are struggling, and was literally asking each other questions like, what are you gonna do? And I'm sitting up here like, I'm listening. I'm like, onlooker, I'm in y'all business, but I'm listening because I'm like, what is going on? And literally, it was like 3 senior citizen women, white, older women, and they were literally like, I can't believe this. And I'm looking like, how y'all can't believe this? This has been going on for centuries. People have been struggling. This world system has been created for only a certain group of people to be biggie wigs and head honchos. As I'm listening to one young lady, she's talking about how her power got cut off, so her food went bad, and she didn't have no lunch for her job, and all the people was acting funny, didn't want to help her out, whatever. I was listening to her story, and the whole time I was thinking, I'm a Christian, I love God, but at this point, if you finagle the system, oh to the well, they finagling us. And y'all sit up here and wonder why people robbing the system. Now y'all gonna look at me funny, I don't care. And y'all wonder why people rob the system and do what they do and play a game and manipulate to get what they need to do to survive? That's why y'all mad, because people doing that. This has been going on for centuries. There's only a certain group of people in the upper echelons, these biggie wigs, who is top Fortune 500 company people. You can't be in the club. This has been going on for years. God is just now uncovering it, and we are now coming into the light of the truth, of the deception. It's been here. We just ain't been able to see it. But now the veil is lifted, and everybody's discernment is on point. And here's the thing. People lie, steal, cheat to survive. That's the wild part. Y'all mad at people robbing and taking the system and taking food stamps and doing, because the system is broken. It's been broke. They've been playing us. I'm not mad at them people. Do what you gotta do to survive. Now, this ain't no Christian viewpoint, but oh well. I ain't robbing the system. I'm just saying. But if I had to, I don't know what I'd do. I had to trust Jesus, child. Trust in Jesus with a little sprinkle of finagle. Child, just lukewarm. Just lukewarm. Trust in God with a little bit of, I'm just finna lie real quick. Okay, girl, you are so lukewarm. I'm sorry, Lord. I gotta survive and eat. So seriously. Trust God. Don't listen to me. Just trust the Lord. Trust the Lord through all things. He gonna pull us through, y'all. But this is the stuff that I'm talking about. It's just baffling me that people are shockery now because it's hitting your home. And see, the people who still supporting Biggie Wig in the big house, it's gonna come down your street too. It's just a matter of time. It's going to come down your street. It will come down your street. You in support now because you a Biggie Wig. You elevated. But when it come down your street, we gonna be looking at you like, child, we been through this. The Biggie Wig in the big house, and then he better not play with my emotions and sit up here and do this to these people. And then on November 1st, he finna say today. Now, if he do that, quit playing. If this man do that, he playing too much. And even that is a form of manipulation and deceit. You're doing all this, getting people in an uproar, all this hoopla, ain't no food stamps November 1st, doing all this, and then on November 1st, here we go, another conference, FaceTime with the principal. Hey, I'm FaceTiming y'all. I'm going to declare on today that we're going to feed everybody. Quit playing with people's emotions. That's deceit. That's manipulation. Manipulate. I'm the savior. I'm doing this. That's wearing me out. Moral of the story, this world is sinful. This world is full of deceit. It's full of lies. It's full of the devil. Okay? This is his domain. This is where he's domaining. We should not be putting our trust in the system of this world. Our trust comes through Jesus, regardless of anything. We cannot put our full confidence, even in the Biggie Wig in the Biggie house. We can't put our confidence in these people, in this system, and trust that we are going to be okay for our livelihood. Everything in this life, we must depend on God. We must depend on Jesus. Depend on him. Don't have your little sprinkle of, don't have that. It's lukewarm. We must put our trust in Jesus. This will be hard times because the Bible, he's prepared us. That's the even funnier part. He said, let me prepare the people. They put it in this book so they ain't go listen. He's prepared us for what is to come. If this man come on November 1st, I'm going to declare, I'm telling y'all, that is going to wear me out. I'm still on that. I'm sorry, I got to marinate because he played too much. Y'all know he do this. He get us in the uproar and then he come out. I don't got time for the prince.